Hello, environmentally friendly fans, and welcome back to my recycling center. So we've come back to the game here because of the fact that there's been a new major update. Major aerospace companies decided to use carbon fiber instead of metal fuselage. Demand for metal decreased and prices fell. So in this update, we have a bunch of new changes. I'm going to try to cover as many of them as I can. First things first, we have licenses. All right, I'm not sure what this exactly does. Hybrid machine license, plastic and metal. Deliver products to be able to buy plastic and metal hybrid machine. Alright, so we need these products evidently in order to get these machines. That's interesting. So we have more machines available. So let's see what we got here. We've got all these beginning machines. The hybrid machines are an interesting one. Yeah, we have to get the licenses for them. So that's a thing. Then here we have these things. So that hasn't really changed. And that hasn't changed. Alright. There is something to do with conveyors now. And I'm not sure how that's exactly going to work. So that's something we're also going to have to look into. For now, though, let me go ahead and send my guys out because we want to get the products so we can get those licenses. Start over here with you. Show me the offers you got for today. We'll definitely take that one because that one's a nice big one. That one's a good one. Sure. Alright. We got those. Forget how many vehicles I have here. I got 5 vehicles, it looks like, so that's a good thing. Let's start getting these guys sent out. You can do that one easy enough. You can do that one, so let's get you on that one. We can even get more trucks if we wanted. Alright, so we got those people taken care of there. Let's see about some other jobs that we might be able to bid on. Contracts. Oh, not contracts, that's not what I want. Scrap deals. There we go. $52 kilograms, 56, 57, 81, 80, 81, 92, 65. Let's take this one. So we got bargain and deal here. Let's go ahead and bargain with. Yeah, let's go 175. Alright, so we got a 175. Let's take that deal. So we got that one. Let's give that to our guy here. As I'm not sure where the conveyors come in. You go ahead and do that one. Doesn't look like we've got any more conveyors over here, or like conveyors over here. Let me try carrying this thing. Oh, alright, so there we go. I see. Interesting. Alright, so we can I see. Alright, so for right now, we're just going to put this back over here. But yeah, we can make different products by having some of it come out of the machines. That's sort of a cool thing. Alright. And then when we get these other machines, we would basically have to set them up so that we would get the products in them as well. Let's go ahead and see about a deal or two ourselves, perhaps. Actually, let's go back to her deals, because her deals are always the best. Let's see these offers here. Don't want to go there. Hate being there. We'll take this deal and this deal, and we'll go do those. So this is going to be just a one video update on the game here. We'll see how this plays along. It is a cool new update for it. Not going to say it's not, but I feel like we've done a decent amount in the game already, and while this adds a little something, forgot about that. Alright, but yeah, as I was saying, while this adds a little something to the game, doesn't add anything huge to change it and such. I mean, having the conveyors and stuff is nice, especially if you were beginning the game. It would be really nice because then you could really get the those additions and such to it. You could sort of plan out your factory accordingly with them. For me, it's sort of like, yeah, I'm pretty good on area. Oh, alright. We gotta drop the bag there. There we go. So yeah, as I said, this video is much more of a just, let's go ahead and I am struggling with this. Has been a while. Oh, come on. There we go. But yeah, it has been a while on this game. As I said, I mean, the additions are cool, but they're nothing too earth-shattering to me. We'll see if we can at least get one of the machines here with the day's gatherings, but we'll see how it goes overall. If we can't, we can't. Not going to worry about it too much. Just going to, as I said, sort of wanted to show off what is possible. I think it is cool with the conveyors, but really that's something that would be simpler to set up from the very beginning, or it would take an entire episode in and of itself, I feel. Because you'd have to try to move all your machines around. I'd probably need to expand the location, which there is an expansion ability. They've actually updated where you can make your area larger now than it was before, which you would need for those new items. And also, I believe they've added in some new achievements to the game too. So those are all good things for the game. Not saying it isn't in any way, but as I said, it's just, while it has added to the game for those who are coming into the game, for myself, where I've played through it for the most part, it doesn't add too much that would make me jump back in right now. Personally, I will say that I still feel the my recycling center one, the recycling center simulator, I think is a little bit better. Especially with things like crushing the cars and stuff. Do wish that one didn't have the DLCs that you had to purchase separately. Did feel like a bit of a money grab on their part, but it is what it is. I mean, if you're wanting to play these type of games, then you've got to sort of put up with what's available and understand that you might have to pay that little bit extra. I mean, both games are fun, don't get me wrong. I have enjoyed both of them, but there's so many games out there, and there's even more coming to the market as it is. I just was doing a demo for a game that I'm really excited to be coming to the market. You might have seen that video upload also today. I probably put it out just before this one on the YouTube channel. But yeah, there are so many new games that are out there. it's one of those, I don't want to really go back too much to a lot of games when I've sort of felt like the game's reasonably completed. If it was something that's earth-shattering and really changes the game, then I'd probably jump back into it without too much of an issue. For example, I will probably get back to Supermarket Simulator here at a point, because with the addition of things like produce and such, there are so many new things to the game with the maintenance staff, the security staff, all those different things, that I'll probably expand the store at least a bit more and go ahead and put in some more licenses and such. So you will probably be seeing that game return to the channel, at least for a period. It is a game that I do enjoy playing for points, and then it can get a little bit tiring. So if I burn out on it again, I will go ahead and stop, and then we can always come back to it again later as need be. Okay, where is this trash that I am missing? Oh, it's probably on me because I'm not being that sensible. Alright. As I said, it has been a while since we played this game. You play so many different types of games, you sort of forget some of the controls and such points in time. That wasn't what I wanted to do, but it works. We'll chuck that in. Chuck that in. A lot of glass here. So yeah, we'll see what my guys return with. I mean, this game does, another part of the update is you can pretty much have your machines run continuously kind of thing, which is a nicety. I will say it's sort of a nicety, but not really a necessity. Unless there was a way that they automate it where you could have your employees work day after day on their own, it doesn't really work. Because you're not going to get that much extra recyclables just laying around where it could run for very long periods of time without you sort of interfering with it or reloading things. So yeah, that part of the update I don't really think does too much for the game. But it is sort of the thing with simulators I find overall is you hit a certain point with them and you've unlocked the vast majority of things, or it's one of those that basically what you're unlocking is repetitious and then the game just becomes boring. I mean, so for me, really, you know, Supermarket Sim that I had mentioned is a perfect example of that. Yes, there are licenses I don't have, but so many of the items are so similar, it really doesn't change the game just to have a new license in a lot of ways. Now, that changes when that license is something like produce, where you have to have new items for it. I believe, I haven't seen it on the produce one yet, but I know that they're planning on putting in expiration dates and such. That might come out with a new category of worker too that will check dates and such for you. So things like that are always really exciting to me because those kind of things are unique and change up the gameplay. So it makes it fun to come back to a game instead of sort of being the same game as it was before. This right now, I can tell you, it still feels like the same game. And as I said, it was a really good game. No issue with it in that respect. But it does still feel like the same game. it's not like what they've done has really changed things dramatically. We got no treasure chests this time in this area. That's a bit of a shame. Yeah. Alright, just checking to make sure. There we go. Let's return to the factory. Alright, they've already started loading their stuff onto the conveyors. We'll get that opened up. We'll let him deal with it, and we'll take these over while he's dealing with it. That's it. Having to get used to the controls over again. Invisible wall? Huh, that was a bit odd. I do find it odd that you have to have these licenses. I get the fact that it's sort of like people such as myself. I have enough money that I probably could have bought the machines should they have just made the machine something that you could purchase. And so they wanted to make it where there's at least a little bit of added gameplay to it. But it is odd. It's a very odd business structure that it's like, oh, you have to have, you have to earn this amount of items and stuff in order to buy a thing that a company would be more than willing to sell you. Just a bit different. Unless they're saying we're going to build it ourselves because a company doesn't sell one. I don't know. Yeah, let me go ahead and close that door. We'll get this over here. Alright, so let's go in here while he's still unloading the truck. Let's look at this stuff. So I'm going to need ingots and plastic here. I mean, all of them seem to need ingots pretty much, so hopefully I have enough metal for this. Let's see. So we're going to need 150 metal and 150 plastic. Let's go to the metal machine first. Think this is... Yeah, I need the ingots part here. So let's just remove this. We're going to put it over here for now. Yes, I know I could connect it by conveyors. For right now, though, we're just going to connect it as normal. There's no reason not to. Alright, so we need 150 ingots. Alright, that's interesting. So it would just make ingots to infinity, I guess is what it's saying there. That's an interesting thing. Alright, yeah, so let's go ahead and we're going to set that up for 150. So basically we're going to need 300 metal, I believe. Alright, he's got that all processed. Perfect. Go ahead and run that. While you're doing that, I'm going to do the same thing over here for the plastic. We evidently needed some more plastic as it was. What product do we have over here? Boxes. Interesting. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and put a conveyor in here just so I can see how it is. So there we go. We got a conveyor. As I said, just so we sort of see how it works there. And then we're going to need 100 here. I assume if I click that, yeah, it just does -1. And then, so let's go down to 50. There we go. And we're going to need 300 of these. I do sort of like that infinity thing, but not really what we need right now. We need 300 of those. And I doubt I'm going to have them. Yeah, we got 164. Not exactly 300. We can see though here that it's going through. I evidently had these things processing for something here. Or maybe it's that air machine it is. Well, let's get the metal ready for that machine. Really, the only two machines I'm going to be creating anything out of are going to be these two here. So we'll just get 2 pallets out. Yeah, we're going to be very short on this, but as I said, we'll get what we can. I mean, it's possible we'd have enough for this. No, we don't have enough. We're going to have to basically get all these supplies in, and then we're just going to have to go ahead and make the machines from there. So we'll basically process up as much of this as we can. I think we'll put it to the minimum things first. I mean, like this, I want to get both of those done with. But like, then we could start on the ones over here easy enough. This machine's going to take a lot of plastic. And I don't know what it's going to make. Does this mean that it makes both plastic and metal? Or does it mean that it makes some new product? I'm guessing it might be a new product, personally. Alright, got those stacked up there. I mean, for those of you who are starting out the game for the first time, what I would recommend is get it to where you can just start storing your stuff over here, just full-on pallets of the stuff. And that way, you know, once you buy a new machine, so even if you have just the most basic machines, palletize the stuff over here, only sell what you need to, and that way when you need something, like I do for these hybrid machines or whatever, then I can go ahead and, ooh, I did like that. It's actually said break connection there. Gotta check that out in a second. Alright, let's go ahead and mark that. But yeah, that way I might have like metal ingots in stock over there, and that way I wouldn't be having to wait in order to get these things. I could just take from my stock over there and be good to go. Especially if you were ending a video on this game for right now, I would definitely recommend that. So yeah, you can just break the connection that way, which is nice. That I like that little button differential now. That's a nicety. Alright, how much more do we have to go here? Still getting through quite a bit. We'll leave the stuff in the other machines for right now. We'll process it up as we get to it, kind of thing. So yeah, we have the conveyor there. I could put a thing like this. I like that. Oh, so I can tell it where to go. And so it'll only come out this side then. That's a really handy thing. And actually, you know what? I'm going to sort of do that in between these, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that set up real fast. Yeah, mark that. Let's go ahead and sell this. Don't need that. But what I do need, not that. Alright, we're going to have to sell this here. We're going to have to start with them sort of in the positions we want them in. So let's move these things, separate them out. And then we can go over here. We're going to get it down this way a bit. Yeah, I want one of these right there. And so for right now, it'll just go straight through. But when I wanted to separate out a product, I can just go ahead and do that. And I can have it do both, or I can have it do one or the other. I like that. That was not what I wanted. Let's go ahead and take this then, and then put this Alright, I really don't need to move the conveyor belts right now though. I just need to make sure that the paper goes into the machine, but it looks like it does. So that's fine. And then coming out of the machine, I also need one of these splitters. And then we'll put this on here. I do think I'm going to not do the other ones for right now because of the fact that what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have room in between them. So I'm actually going to want to expand this work area more. Let's see how much that's going to cost us. That's going to cost us 10,000. We don't have it. But yeah, then we're going to need to get 20,000 to upgrade this area most likely. Because yeah, the whole thing's going to be a matter of running conveyor belts for some of this stuff. So the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to need them wide enough apart. Huh. I'm thinking here. Let me do this. And that. Huh. So it doesn't quite line up properly. I mean, I'd like it where this stuff would come into the machine right there. And then it could go out right there. But I don't think that's going to work. I would suggest that they need to probably make it where you can make the pieces of conveyor different sizes, because what I'd like to do is put a conveyor that would go along here, and then this one would also feed into it. So we'd basically have two ejection spots here. One for everything there, and one for the other products here. So this would be complete products, but this other conveyor would be the initial products and the partial products all in one. But yeah, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to space the machines out enough, because basically we're going to drop products off in between machines. So we're going to need more space in order to do that with all of the different machines. So that would, like I said, there is more to do in the game now. It's just not enough for me to really want to jump back into the game completely. I think it's cool, don't get me wrong. I wish this had come out at the beginning when the game first became available, because I probably would have done things very differently then. I might have focused on getting that set up before I spent money over on like that storage area, or getting as many trucks as I have, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a bit unfortunate that I didn't have that availability when the game first came out. Let's see, I could get one more trash collector here possibly. Yeah, let's go ahead and hire the trash collector. Yeah, we're going to buy the truck also for him. There we go. So we got another achievement for that, which is perfect. So that way we've got we've got 6 trucks going out. We can make a bit more money. And as I said, we will return to the game again. I'm sure they're going to do more updates and such. And when they do, hopefully we will be able to expand a bit more. And hopefully the next update makes it where it's like, I really want to return to the game for an extended period of time. For now though, as I said, this is where I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If you enjoyed what I did in the video, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all back for more of Recycling Center Simulator.